Hey friends, welcome to One Little Coder. This is a small series that I'm planning to start where I would be doing a small data science task and then I would be live coding the same thing. So this is especially for people who are starting with data science or people who are trying to find some projects and also guidance to do it by themselves. So in this video, we are going to see how to scrape a bunch of restaurants or bakeries some data from Zomato in R. So why do we need to do this first? So data science, as you might know, that it has got a lot of different parts, and one of the important parts in that is data collection. And a lot of times in an organization that you are working, it could be it could be the case that you don't have the data that is required, and sometimes you have to collect the data of, yourself. And this is the case with a lot of startups. So this video will help you understand a little bit about web scraping, that you can do it with R. And I'm not going to explain how to do web scraping, so this is more like a cookbook tutorial than it's going to be like a theoretical concept or step-by-step tutorial. So first, before we start with, you need to know about the package that we are going to use. The package that we are going to use in this case is called RWest. It's a package in R that will help you do web scraping. So it is usually it comes part of Tidyverse. If you do not have that package, please make sure that you have it. So you can check it by loading RWest. So you can see that the package has been successfully loaded, so I don't have a problem with that. So the next thing is first then we need to decide what do we want to scrape. So in my case, I want to scrape, let's say let's look at this website. So what do we have? This we have all collections in Bangalore. So let's go to all collections in Bangalore. Let's go to the home page of Zomato, and then let's see popular localities. Let's see bakeries near me. Okay, so I want to know information about all the bakeries that are near me. So please make sure that web scraping is against terms of service of a lot of websites. This video is only for educational purpose. So if you're going to use web scraping for your commercial purpose, please make sure that you abide by their terms of service conditions that they've listed out. So now let's say that I want to collect all the information, all these main information. Let's say the title, the name of the bakery, and the price. So primarily, mainly name and price for all the bakeries in this first page, or maximum, let's say let's do it for first 2 pages maybe. Yeah. So you can see the URL of the first page is this, URL of the second page is this. So you have the URL of the first page and URL of the second page. So let's start with the first page. So what we are trying to do is, first we are trying to use this package, and first we'll read the entire content of this page. So we'll read the entire content, the HTML content, using the function called read HTML. So I'll assign it an object Zom, and this is the first page we are reading. So you can see that we have a list which is nothing but an XML object. So you can see that it has got multiple details. So now that we have successfully read this, what is the information that we want? So for that, you have to open your developer tools. The easiest way to do is, I'm using Firefox as my browser. So the easiest way to do is right click that object and then select inspect element. Once you select inspect element, you would get this thing in place. So this thing will tell you what is the type of a selector or XPath. So when you want to scrape something, there are multiple ways for you to do. The two most popular ways are using XPath or selector, CSS selector. So in this tutorial, we'll use CSS selector. So what we will do is, you can try to see the title that we selected. So you can see that the class, the class CSS class that they have used is result title. So let's copy that, go back to our code, and first let's try in console Zom HTML nodes. So this is called as a node, HTML node, because it's a CSS class. We'll do it with dot and HTML text. So now you can see that whatever we did, it has successfully given us all the titles. So let's go and write the code. So let's call it titles. Zom HTML nodes, and what is our title CSS selector name. You can either give CSS as a argument name, or you can just keep it like that. It's up to you. And then you can say HTML text, because you want text. So when you don't give HTML text, you can see what you will get. You'll get it like this. You are trying to get the HTML text of it. So HTML text, and then you got a new object called titles. It's a character 15. So we can see that we have 15 objects, 15 bakeries listed in this website. So the next thing that we want is, what we wanted to see is, let's collect the area name. So the main area, which is LN24 search result subzone. Let's try with search result subzone or LN24. Okay, let's try that. Let's try LN24. Okay, oops, I overran that. Let's LN24. okay, it's giving us something, but that is not very accurate, so we have to say search. So you can see that now we have got 15, which is the search result subzone. So now we can call it subzone. We can copy the code and paste it, subzone, and we can do the same thing. Select a name that we copied and pasted. Sorry, what is the name? It is search results subzone. Yeah. And the next thing that we want to do is, let's say we want to do the cost. So we can see that we have cost here, and cost is listed under rest cost. Rest cost. So next is cost. We can do the rest cost. Okay, so if you see cost, you can see cost is usually comes under this. So we can do a little bit of data pre-processing to fix that. Okay, so now that we have got all the 3 columns, so what can we do? So we have to ideally make a data frame, because we want to do analysis, or let's say something. So the simple way for us to do is to cbind it. So we can say bakeries cbind of titles subzone cost. So now we have a data frame, titles subzone cost, but as you can see, the cost is not good enough for us to do any sort of analysis or anything. So we need to slightly fix that. Bakeries mutate cost is equal to, so what do we want to do? We want to replace this thing with nothing. Yeah, let's replace this thing with nothing. str replace this thing with nothing, and yeah, str replace of cost. Oops, what has happened? So it is trying to tell us apply to an object class of matrix. So